Hillary Clinton is tired of the Bernie Sanders camp's lies, she says. In fact, here, let me show you. This is when she had a run-in with a Greenpeace activist about her donors in the fossil fuel industry, and then I'm going to have the facts for you. Let's watch.
Climate change. Will you act on your words and reject fossil fuel money in the future in your campaign?
I do not. I have money from people who work for fossil fuel companies. I am so sick. I am so sick of the Sanders campaign lying about me. I'm sick of it.
Sick of them lying about me. First of all, she was not with the Sanders campaign. Our Jordan Chariton interviewed her on TYT Politics. She works for Greenpeace, not for Sanders. And Greenpeace is trying to get all the candidates to stop taking fossil fuel money. And she does take fossil fuel money, but I'm going to show that to you in a second. First, I want to show you one more Hillary Clinton interview on air talking about the same issue.
When people make these kinds of claims, which now I think have been debunked, actually the Washington Post said 3 Pinocchios. The New York Times also analyzed it, and other independent analysts have said that they are misrepresenting my record. I'm just not going to. I feel sorry sometimes for the young people who, believe this, do their own research, and I'm glad that we now can point to reliable, independent analysis to say, no, it's just not true.
Oh, she feels sorry for you guys. You don't know anything, you young people. You're fools. Why won't you vote for me? I don't understand. Perhaps something to do with your condescension? So let's go to the actual facts. She says that, oh, no, it's debunked. Okay, great. I'll go to the source itself that, quote unquote, debunked this story. Washington Post. She talked about it there, okay? So they explain, according to the Center for Responsive Politics, as of March 21st, the Clinton campaign has received nearly $308,000 from individuals in the oil and gas industry. That doesn't look too debunked. In fact, they explain later it's actually $333,000 when you take it all into account. Now, that is directly people who work for the oil and gas companies giving money to Hillary Clinton's campaign. Now, it could be that perfectly lovely people work there and they happen to give money to Hillary Clinton. For example, Bernie Sanders also got $54,000 from people working at the oil and gas companies. Now, $54,000 is a hell of a lot less than $308,000, but we're at the tip of the iceberg here in the real money that was given to Hillary Clinton. I'll get to that in a second. But it's one thing if some random person, whether they're a clerk or an executive at an oil company, decides, hey, I like Bernie Sanders or I like Hillary Clinton, and I'm doing this because I think it's the right thing for the country. It's another thing when lobbyists that work for those companies bundle money for you. See, that's a coordinated effort. Okay, so now let's go to those larger numbers. This is again the Washington Post. Greenpeace tracked nearly $1.5 million in bundled and direct donations from lobbyists currently registered as lobbying for the fossil fuel industry. Okay, well, that sounds like a lot of money, but we're not done yet. Then another $3.25 million in donations were directed by such lobbyists to Priorities USA, a super PAC backing Clinton, Greenpeace claimed. Then they go on to explain, yeah, that's right. Where's the debunked part? Well, I'm going to get to that, and this is hilarious. Despite the fact that they say, yes, those numbers are correct, they gave it 3 Pinocchios. 3 out of 4. 3 out of 4, saying mainly this is a lie. Bernie Sanders is a liar, even though the facts are absolutely right. And they concede the facts. So why? Now, keep in mind, Washington Post, which she called neutral, has already written op-ed after op-ed scathing attacks against Bernie Sanders. He's unrealistic, he's a socialist, he's no good for the country, I mean, literally the most scathing op-eds in the entire country. Worse than the Wall Street Journal's op-eds, okay? So that's the Washington Post. So they go, okay, the facts are accurate. Now, let me tell you why I don't like Bernie Sanders. So now here's the rest of their analysis. Quote, we should note that under the law, Clinton cannot coordinate with the super PAC, so she has no control over these donations. That's your astute political analysis, that these politicians are not coordinating with the super PACs. Oh, that super PAC that's spending tens of millions of dollars on my behalf? Well, golly gee, this is the first I heard of it. Really? That's your political analysis, Washington Post? Because they are the establishment. Like, I don't see any corruption. They collected $4.5 million on her behalf. No, they're probably not coordinating. Probably not coordinating. That is preposterous. It's embarrassing if that's what you really think is going on in American politics. Well, the American people don't agree with that. Okay, so now wait, they've got more excuses. So they explain, so that adds up to all the donations to Hillary Clinton, up to more than $4.5 million. So they acknowledge it. They acknowledge it right there, right? That's certainly a bigger number than the $333,000. That's basically the money directly given to her campaign. But it's still only 2% of the total contributions received by Clinton and outside groups backing her. Now, that's true. But think about that for a second. Their excuse for her is, yeah, I know she took $4.5 million from the oil guys, but she's taken so much more from the others. The bribes that the oil and gas companies gave her are small compared to what the banks gave her. See, not guilty. Bernie Sanders is a liar. Okay, I'm just quoting here. Okay, let's keep reading here. Here's another excuse. There's a further problem with this calculation. Greenpeace counts all the money raised or contributed by lobbyists as, quote, oil/gas industry funds, but these lobbyists have many other clients besides the oil industry. Oh, I see. So since these lobbyists are trying to corrupt her, and they're not giving it for their health, they're looking for a return on investment, that's why they're lobbyists, but they work for drug companies and oil companies and banks, so let's not count it as money from the oil companies. Hey, that's one way of looking at it, okay? So don't worry, guys. She's been corrupted by all the industries, not just oil and gas. In fact, they give an example. Ben Klein, one of the lobbyists highlighted in the Greenpeace report, also lobbies for American Airlines, Cigna, and Hearst, according to the lobbying disclosure database. So in theory, his contributions to the Clinton campaign could also be labeled as funds for airline, insurance, or media industry. Well, you're right. They've also bribed her. Now, the Washington Post would be aghast at my suggestion that millions of dollars handed to a politician is a bribe. No, that's just charity out of the goodness of their heart. They don't expect anything in return. This is what they call political analysis at what has become the pathetic Washington Post. Really? This is your analysis of who's right and wrong on this issue? Okay, we're not done yet with the excuses. Just a couple more here. Quote, there's no evidence any of these actions were tied to campaign contributions. Now, by the way, that's after they list a number of votes, because the Bernie Sanders campaign listed it, so they had to put it in the paper, of ways that she has voted with the oil and gas industry, including the tar sands in Canada, when she, in that case she's not voting, but she's headed in that direction as the Secretary of State. She was in favor of approving it, and then you've got her votes in the Senate when she was a senator, and all that. But she seems to vote with oil and gas. That's okay, fine. And she got $4.5 million. That's absolutely true. But you can't. No, she's a beloved, honorable politician in Washington. How dare you challenge her honor in this way? Of course, those campaign contributions are not tied to the millions of dollars she got from that industry and all the other industries. Wow. The lies have become so brazen. I mean, it's Orwellian. This is in the midst of an article that has the temerity, the gall, to claim that Bernie Sanders is lying. In their final analysis, they said, in the context of her overall campaign, the contributions are hardly significant. $4.5 million from lobbyists, hardly significant, given the hundreds of millions of dollars she's pocketed. What corruption? Bernie Sanders, liar. They acknowledge the $4.5 million number is correct, but they called him a liar anyway, because they said, well, it pales in comparison to all the other money that she's taking. And we don't know if her super PAC and her are coordinating. I see no evil. I hear no evil. And these hundreds of millions of dollars given to her, you're suggesting that was for her to vote in their direction? And she did? Well, that's true, she did. But you're suggesting that? Oh my God, what a liar you are. Pathetic. These are the real facts. Okay. Now, then she's going to send out her establishment lackeys to fight the good fight for it. Let's skip over the first Barney Frank video. Barney Frank goes out there and calls the voters stupid. I've seen it before. They don't understand how the process works. If you kept voting for Democrats all along, I read a huge interview with him about this. If you just voted for the Democrats, vote for me. Give me more power, and then you would have what you want. No. I wouldn't have what I want because the establishment Democrats took the same donor money and did the same exact things that those same donors wanted. No. Just bow your head and keep voting for me, right? Well, our own Jordan Chariton caught up with him, a reporter for TYT, and Barney Frank, an interesting point he made in their defense. Let's watch.
Could you understand why the average American is concerned about Secretary Clinton's track record? She's gotten a lot of big donations from banks.
No, I get big donations from banks. I don't believe that people on the left should engage in unilateral disarmament. Is it really your goal to have us all lose? Because I wish they weren't giving banks. But here's my concern with that viewpoint. Judged by the results, what impact have those donations have that people can point to? But yeah, not only did I take a lot of donations from financial institutions, I was chairman of the committee where I was passing the Volcker Rule and Consumer Bureau, but I try to get them to give to other Democrats. I think do you think it would really be better for liberals, regulators, if all the money from the banks went to Republicans as opposed to just 80%? Because we could accomplish that. We could refuse to accept any.
Yeah, that would be better. And so let me explain why. It's not because I'm an idealist, that's a dreamer, etc. No, because then you wouldn't be corrupted and you could actually fight back. Instead, what you have done is set up a game where you are a perpetual loser. They give 4 times as much money to the Republicans. They have a perpetual advantage. And then you grovel for the crumbs of the donors. And then you do what they wanted anyway. Now, I know your name's on it, so you feel very protective over Dodd-Frank. Dodd-Frank is not nearly effective enough. The banks that were supposed to be regulated by Dodd-Frank are now considerably larger. Oh, wow. Boy, don't hurt him, Barney. Well, you didn't hurt him. You didn't. Why do you think they gave you the money, Barney? They gave it to you because they were happy with what you were doing. Yes, they would have liked less regulation. I understand that. They would like no regulation. Of course, the robbers don't want any cops. But you're a cop on the beat saying, well, of course I took the bribe from the robbers, but the other guys were taking even bigger bribes. That is not a very good excuse. I would rather have you not take the bribes and try to actually get rid of the corruption. The Democrats apparently never even considered that. They're like, no, we're going to be the Washington Generals. Yeah, we're going to lose to those Harlem Globetrotters every time. It's so funny when they yank our shorts down and throw the water in our face. Yeah, they're getting 4 times as much. Yeah, I love this system. Let's keep going. Now here's James Carville.
You look at Dodd-Frank, and there's real accomplishment, and we're going to just throw all that over the side and turn to some hybrid socialism or something. I don't buy it. I really don't buy it. And I understand these people have a point of view, but we don't need a revolution right now. We need to become the ascendant party. We need to get really top people on the Supreme Court, which President Obama has already appointed. Is Dodd-Frank perfect? No. Can we do more? Of course. But we don't need to overturn everything we've done.
Well, we don't need no revolution. I know, James, you don't need a revolution. You're stinking rich. Why would you want a revolution? You and your wife made a lot of money being consultant for the Republican and Democratic parties. You love these patty cakes. You love the establishment. You are the establishment. So now a part of the establishment who comes out and goes, oh, yeah, I got Clinton's elected. We don't need a revolution. We got some of our top people going on the Supreme Court, like Merrick Garland, who's in favor of Citizens United, who doesn't want to get money out of politics, thinks money in politics is a good idea. In speech now, he voted for a stronger version of Citizens United. Yeah, we got our top people in there. Going great. Yeah, tell me more about that, James.
Hillary Clinton, whose net unfavorables, broadly speaking, are relatively high.
Well, you know what? When they started every cockamamie lie from Richard Mellon Scaife to the Wall Street Journal editorial page to Ken Starr to the Benghazi committee, which stated effect was to drive her numbers down, where none of it has amounted to anything. And then you have Senator Sanders piling on this. What do you expect? The media and the Republican Party and certain people in the Democratic Party have just gone on and piled on all of this stupidity. And why are Democrats piling on the Trey Gowdy, Ken Starr, Breitbart, Drudge message? I have no idea why they're complicit in this. When to me, it's utterly ridiculous. But yeah, so if you go out, gee, look, after all this piling on, we've knocked 10 points off of a favorable. Well, why are we chickadee-dee?
Yeah, he's so folksy. He's a millionaire, but he's folksy. Wow, the chickadee-dee. Okay, but we just presented the facts to you why people don't like her. It's not because we're Breitbart or Drudge or Richard Mellon Scaife. No, we're real progressives. So we didn't like the deals where she gave, all the things to the bankers. By the way, your boss, Bill Clinton, right, the one you're so proud to have elected, is the one that deregulated the banks in the first place, created the catastrophe that happened in 2008. Yes, George Bush added to it. But you tell me Clinton didn't do that with the deregulation? You know he did. And Hillary Clinton voted with the bankruptcy bill, voted with the banks on the bankruptcy bill when she's a senator. And now she says, no. I'm not bringing Glass-Steagall back. No, my husband deregulated it and allowed the banks to gamble with depositor money. I want to have them keep on gambling. Did the tens of millions of dollars they gave me and my family, both in political contributions and then tens of millions of dollars we put in our pockets that we got rich off of? No. It had nothing to do with it. If you accuse us of that, then you're Breitbart and Drudge. No. Those are facts, James. You don't like those facts because you work for the Clintons. You're the Clintons' boy, okay? And you work for the establishment, and you're part of the establishment, so you don't want a revolution. So anyone who brings those facts to you, you don't like at all. Go, no. Don't change the system. The system is what made them rich and powerful. Well, I got a rude awakening for you. The rest of the American people do not agree. We want change, and we want it badly. And we think that it is absolutely realistic as long as you get out of the way.